5 Old Testament prophecies that came true. The Old Testament isn't just full of laws and legends, it is packed with prophecies. In today's episode of Old Testament Only, we're exploring 5 jaw-dropping Old Testament prophecies that actually came true, some fulfilled in history, others echoed in the New Testament. For 1, the fall of Babylon, Isaiah 13, Jeremiah 51. The prophet said Babylon would fall, and it did, in dramatic fashion. Isaiah and Jeremiah predicted its destruction over 100 years before it happened. When Cyrus the Great captured the city in 539 BC, it wasn't just a military victory, it was a fulfilled prophecy. Number 2, Israel's exile and return, Deuteronomy 30, Jeremiah 29:10. God warned Israel that disobedience would lead to exile, and it did. But he also promised a return. When King Cyrus allowed the Jews to return from Babylon, it marked the fulfillment of a promise given generations earlier. 3. The birthplace of the Messiah, Micah 5:2. Micah wrote that a ruler would come from Bethlehem Ephrathah, a tiny, insignificant town. Centuries later, Jesus was born there, aligning the prophecy with the gospel accounts. Coincidence or divine design? Number 4, the suffering servant, Isaiah 53. Isaiah described someone who would be pierced, crushed, and led like a lamb to slaughter. Christians believe this passage perfectly mirrors the crucifixion of Jesus, written 700 years before it happened. 5. The destruction of the temple, Daniel 9:26. The Second Temple stood as a symbol of Jewish identity until it was destroyed in 70 AD by the Romans. Daniel and Micah both predicted its fall, decades or even centuries before the event. These aren't vague predictions. They're detailed, time-stamped, and fulfilled. The Old Testament isn't just a record of the past, it is a roadmap of promises. Which prophecy stood out to you the most? Drop a comment below, and subscribe for more wisdom, history, and fulfilled scripture every week here on Old Testament Only. Until next scroll.